All right, the 2013 Chicago Red Stars season about to begin. We're set here. We hope you guys are set at home wherever you'll be watching the broadcast on the Chicago Red Stars television network.
Early possession here. I like it if they keep it like that. I like playing it to the back line. It'd be nice if they stay with the back line pressure here. Ooh,
there's a good
challenge.
Yeah, good challenge by the Reign, retaken over by the Red Stars. Here comes Zakaya. She puts in the middle to Mazer. The pass goes incomplete, and it's the one-touch out for Seattle Reign. Now, me as a former high school coach, I don't mind the one-touch out to clear possession, just to regain your thoughts. When in doubt, kick it out.
That is a good play, the one-touch out, but I think there was a little more time on that little one-touch pass for the Red Stars there. I'd like to see a little turn instead of a one-touch, try to be fancy. Make the game simple. That's how you win soccer games, being simple.
Well, early on, look who's around the ball for the Seattle Reign, number 10, Jessica Fishlock. I think you're going to see a lot of her early on and often in this game. Well, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be the corner kick. First corner kick of the season for the Red Stars. We'll see what happens here, see if we can get it on the board with just over a minute gone in the first half. What a setting here, though, at Benedictine. Would you say, Nick, with the sun setting here in the...
Having been here a lot, yes. I mean, this is the most this is a lot of people here. It's the most people I've seen for a sporting event here at Benedictine University, so this is really cool to see.
And the crowd is still coming in. A lot of action going around the university today as Benedictine softball team was victorious over Rockford. And now a lot of people making their way to the soccer game. Here comes corner kick number 1. An in-swinger. Goes by everybody. And there's Fishlock tracking it down for the Reign. Does that one touch out, but deflected off a Red Star player. It'll be a throw-in for the Reign.
Battle of the uniforms right now. I think Chicago flag on the jersey. I think that's a underrated jersey in sports. More people have to pay attention to the nice jerseys that the Red Stars have to offer.
A lot of Red Stars merchandise available at the website, www.chicagoredstars.com. Number 19, Christine Nairn with the ball, sends it cross field to Kaylin Kyle. Her ball played up to number 4, Kate Dinas. The Red Stars knock it out of bounds. A throw in for Seattle. There's that girl again, Fishlock. And she almost looks like a young Megan Rapinoe out there with the white hair.
I know. I thought that was her for a second, and I looked at the roster, and we also stated before the game that Megan Rapinoe wouldn't be playing. So
no, Rapinoe's playing for Lyon in France. And those of you tuning in to hope to see Hope Solo win the goal for the Reign, unfortunately, she has undergone wrist surgery and will be out for a while, not planning to return until probably midsummer for Seattle. So there's Aaron McLeod. Clears the zone, gets it to midfield, a battle for the ball. A dangerous play by Fishlock. They're going to they are going to call a dangerous play. It'll be a free kick.
I didn't think she got the leg up high enough for the call, but we'll take it.
When it's in the face like that, that happens. Michelle Winino with the ball. She kicks into the middle, controlled to the far side.
Challenges of the turf. You're going to have a lot of bouncing balls. A lot of players don't like the bounce of turf. That's why you see a lot of World Cup settings on natural grass.
As much as they can, sure.
Since there's a lot of Olympians and World Cup alums out there, let's see how they kind of react to the bounce of the turf that Benedictine has here.
Zakia Waters making a name for herself early on in this game. Knocked that one out of bounds. Ball goes back to defense. We're number
Fishlock
14.
With a
Hemmings
shot on the turnover.
Gets it away, but Fishlock, goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick with 3 minutes and 56 seconds gone in the first half of play. We're running the 5th minute of play. The crowd getting into it as the cha-cha slide hits the airways. Waters plays it back to number 13, Lydia Vandenberg, who lets one sail. Although I think the wind is going to be a big factor in this first half of play. You see Vandenberg's kick gets caught up in the wind. Unfortunately, there was a foul on the play. Sets up a free kick. Are they calling offsides on that play?
I believe that was a free kick.
Free kick.
Everybody was onside there.
Okay. Emily Zur. Direct where she wants to go. She can't kick a moving ball, but they let that one go because of the wind.
Red Star players were yelling for a whistle or something there. Play getting slowed up here.
moving everyone forward. But you're going to see, look at how fierce the flag is blowing. You saw it during our national anthem.
That was what made that ball move. So I don't think you're going to get the ball to stay on a free kick. Ooh, rough challenge up in the air. No call there. Surprised.
Kaylin Kyle with a tough play, but the Red Stars able to take control. Just over in midfield, Lauren Chalupny with the ball. Loses it over to Zakia Bywaters. Gets it far side. Hard to play with a bouncing ball. You're right, Nick. The more 1-2 passing you can do, maybe a 2-touch ball, open up and run the open space will benefit the Red Stars, which they're trying to do right now. But Seattle's putting on some pressure.
Oh, look at the ball there. It was bouncing a lot, and the wind that's causing this ball to carry just took that ball out of bounds.
It played tricks on Vandenberg right there as she tried to reach for it and kicked it out of bounds. Jenny Ruiz with the throw-in near side for the Seattle Reign FC under Coach Laura Harvey. That's their first game of the season as well, as this is opening weekend for the National Women's Soccer League. Game number 1 of the season here at Benedictine. There's that girl again. Fishlock. And Kaylin Kyle, it seems like the two blondes out there, and they're recognizable because of their blonde hair, doing most of the damage for Seattle. There's a nice slide tackle by the captain, Laura Chalupny, starting the attack. Bywaters playing some nice solo soccer. Her attempt to move forward goes nowhere. It's being regrouped by the Red Stars. Linda Vandenberg over to Bywaters. Hits to Osborne. Osborne wants to go crossfield. The pass intercepted, and Seattle takes control of the ball as they set up an attack. They are going left to right on your television screen, attacking from the south end. Ball kicked out of bounds. Jenny Ruiz once again on the throw and getting confirmation that she can move up to the yard line.
Ooh.
No call there. Obviously she played the ball, but Winters went down hard. Here comes Ella Mazer. Mazer plays it wide.
Nice ball.
To Motz. Motz plays the ball back to Mazer, who made a run to open space on the right-hand side. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Red Stars.
You'll definitely see an advantage this first half for Seattle because they'll have the wind with them. So they'll get a little more on their shot. You'll see a lot of shots maybe from about that 30-yard range that you'll see on your screens here from the football field because of that wind. Look for a lot of close opportunities for Chicago. Since they don't have the wind with them, they're going to need to be as close as they can to the net to get a good shot.
As a player, did you like going against the wind the first half or the second half?
It just depends. It's a team thing. You got to talk to your team and your captain before the game and see how warm-ups and all that went and take it by a minute-to-minute basis because it might be different.
The Red Stars thought they had Seattle on an offsides position. The linesman waved offside, and Seattle had the attack. But if it wasn't for the sure-footedness of number 23, Michelle Winino, she recovered in time to thwart the Seattle threat.
That cross just blocked out of bounds. Now there's going to be a corner kick here.
Zakia Bywaters doing the block again. A lot of blockage on her part, either on the sideline or out here. This will be the first corner kick of the game for the Reign. We're talking about how you'd like to see the wind. I always liked it at my back the first half because you never knew if it was going to survive the second half when the weather changes, especially in the Chicagoland area.
That's true. It's bipolar weather, I guess is what you can call it. I don't know what else to define it as, but if I had to put something on there, I'd say bipolar weather.
Well, here comes Jessica Fishlock with the corner kick, a high looping ball. Going just about past everyone, but the Red Stars knock it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in. Michelle Winino with a fine header to knock it out of bounds. Barnes with the throw-in near side. She'll give it up to Kaylin Kyle, as Seattle looks like they're going to run some kind of set play here. Early on, we're in the 10th minute of play, 0-0 here at Benedictine University. The Seattle Reign FC taking on your home team, your Chicago Red Stars. A miscommunication on where she wanted to go with the ball.
Now, see, on that play, that's not a very good play to make right there. When you're getting double teamed in the corner, you shouldn't just try to chip it to the middle. I would aggressively kick it off the opponent's shins to get a corner kick or maybe another throw in there.
It seems she had indecision in her mind right there.
Right. She was kind of mad at her team for not making a run, but there's no way you can make a run in that. no one is that great of a player where you can chip it with enough power to get it over 2 people. So in that instance, you're going to try to bank it off someone's shins to get a corner kick or a throw-in, like I stated a bit. Oh!
There's a goal for Seattle FC, an incredible chip into the middle. The big girl in the middle does a diving header and gets it by McLeod. The scoreboard unfortunately reads 1-0 Seattle Reign in the 11th minute of play.
Little miscommunication, it looked from the back line as the ball was chipped in right in the middle. No center back there.
Looks like Christine Nairn got her head on it. She's the girl in the middle after an incredible cross. We'll see what the official scorer has to say and the time of the goal. But it's in the back of the net in Seattle Reign FC, up 1-0 in the 11th minute of play. Ball sent back to McLeod. Plays it far side to Michelle Winino.
Pause in the audio, so they're having a problem with it.
Number 13, Jenny Ruiz, taking the ball away. The captain for Seattle, Keelan Winters, aggressively playing the ball, but eventually out of bounds. The throw-in's going to be up to about the 30-yard line, as Nick mentioned earlier. If you're looking here on your screen, the football yardage, that's where the ball will be thrown in. And they're giving it to, well, there you go. They're giving it to Seattle.
Might get a shot here early, like I said, because that wind is coming pretty hard, so you might get a shot from the 30-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised.
Seattle regaining control. Looks like Chicago might have lost a little of their composure. I hope not, because they've had the majority of run of the play, but within the last 3 minutes, Seattle's taking control of this game, as evident by the 1-0 score, 1-0 score.
Well, the Red Stars are going to their defense, but their defense are trying to do long balls and trying to cross field. When you have this wind, it's just not going to happen today. You need to do short passes and maybe a little bit of give-and-go soccer. Like this right here is something you don't need right now.
Without that support up there, right?
There's no forward.
Well, as you speak, possession does switch over to control of Seattle. Lauren Folks doing her best for the Red Stars to keep control of that ball. Unfortunately, nothing materializing at midfield. Hence the throw-in for the Reign. And I like to play on words for Seattle Reign. It's R-E-I-G-N instead of R-A-I-N. Seattle Reign FC. Laura Harvey, their head coach. And we mentioned earlier, Hope Solo's their #1 goalkeeper, but she's out with wrist surgery. Megan Rapino, a familiar name to so many.
Dangerous play, but a great tackle by Fishlock. And then another great play to take the ball away.
Mazur's attempt to get the ball gets kicked away. Here comes the captain, Keelan Winters, with the ball. She plays it to Kirsten Dahlstream. Dahlstream playing 1-2 soccer with herself. There's a two-touch game that you like to see. Ball goes over to Jenny Ruiz. She kicks it out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in, change of possession to the Red Stars.
There's a bit of gamesmanship right there. There you go.
Referee warned her.
Kicking the ball away.
Kaylin Kyle's been warned by the referee. No yellow card. Lydia Vandenberg throwing near side for the Red Stars. Looking for someone to make a run to open space. Masser does. Masser plays it over to Bywaters. Bywaters puts it in the center, but number 10, Fishlock there again, plays it back to her goalkeeper, Betos. If you're just joining us, it's 1-0 for the Seattle Reign FC. We're in the 15th minute of play here in the first half, the inaugural game of the National Women's Soccer League, here on the Chicago Red Stars TV network, Olin Obni Media. This game is brought to you live from the Red Stars website. Dead ball situation. Winino kicks it over to Hemmings. Hemmings playing the last man. Plays over to Zakia. Back to Hemmings. Hemmings tries to play it forward to Chalupny.
Fishlock looking for the foul there. Not going to get it.
No. She's an aggressive player, isn't she?
Oh, she's all over the place.
There's
She's
a-
like a super midfielder,
Right,
really.
there's a few MLS teams that wouldn't mind having her on the roster as well.
Not at all.
And as we check that out, well, there you go. She's from Melbourne, Australia. A feisty Aussie.
Yep.
A feisty Aussie out there. Well, there's number 6, Zakia Bywaters. Plays it up to Vandenberg. Vandenberg plays long ball to no avail. But Chalupny does her best to gain control. The ball's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Red Stars as the attack continues as they try to even up this soccer game at 1 apiece.
There's another ball right there. You just can't make at this point of the game. I mean, at any point of a game, unless it's the 90th minute and you need a goal, then you do the long ball. But the defense has so much time. Let your forwards make a little run first. You can keep possession of the ball, and then you can kick it deep if you need to.
Well, here you go. Here's a little possession game played by the Red Stars. The ball not making in the air as much as you would think. A little off the ground. Oh, that's going to bring a yellow card out.
Ooh, that's...
Yellow card caution has been issued to number 12, Leslie Osborne. She's the captain. The hard foul.
It looks like a tough call from our position because it looked to my vantage point that they got the ball there. The leg was high, but the ball was deflected away.
Now the referee's not finished with the booking. Seattle, usually there's no second whistle. So Leslie Osborne picks up a yellow card for a dangerous play. Yellow card caution. One more yellow card. She'll be sitting for the rest of the game as it's 2 yellow cards equals a red card, a 1-game suspension. So Seattle surveys this field. Emily Zur kicks it up to Fishlock. Fishlock plays it wide to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to play off the ball to Dahlstream. Fishlock wants to go crossfield, and she has an open girl. Ball played too hard. Unless she can keep it in. She does. A nice play by Kyle. But she plays it back to McLeod. McLeod sends it upfield. Retained by the captain, number 11, Winters. Winters still in control.
Nice
wants to go
moves
wide
there
to the wing. But the Red Stars say no when they start the counterattack.
Whoa.
Guess who?
Fishlock again.
Fishlock is
All over
absolutely
the
right.
place. There's
on
a
the
foul
top
right
defending.
there.
But there's a foul to thwart the attack. I would have given a play on
Advantage
call here.
right there?
Advantage call right there. Play on is Masser made an attack up the field. See if we got a read on the injured Red Star player.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think you play advantage there because there was no one coming down that right flank
I think
for the
there
Red
was.
Stars.
But
Not close enough
Okay.
to make a play on that.
I'll side with you, Junior. As the Red Stars set up. And now it's easy to count off 10 yards on this field.
Oh,
There
yeah.
should be no argument here.
You don't
as
need the
referee.
shaving cream.
No shaving cream out of this NWSL referee. So there's your 10 yards. The Red Stars surveying the field, just how they play this ball into the 18. Goalkeeper comes out of the box to make the save. Michelle Betos intercepts it and gets the attack running. Her big kick is headed away by Hemmings. In control of Seattle Reign. Number 19, Christine Nairn with the ball. Drops it back. The fullback plays it, or defensive back, if you wish. Gets back to Ruiz. Ruiz gives the ball to the captain, Winters. She goes nowhere, and it's a reset for Seattle. A little bit of ping pong as the ball goes back and forth. No one deciding to make it an official attack.
Here we go.
Maybe Vandenberg can start it off for the Red Stars. Vandenberg up the left side with plenty of real estate in front of her, surveying the area, and she wants to go down the line.
This is what you need to do. This is what I was talking about this whole game so far.
She hits
Take
it over
the
to Lauren
time.
Folks. But see, Lauren Folks has no one to play with. Kicked
No
out of
one.
bounds by Dahlstream. It'll be a throw in the attacking third for the Red Stars.
When the defender makes that run, after that pass, they need to keep continuing that run to have support for the forward. So if they need to pass it back, that's when you make that long ball. Because two people are trapping someone in the corner, you pass it back, and you're going to have one person extra in the box that the other team won't have, and you have a better chance for a header goal.
Well, there you go, a little coach's corner with junior over there, Nick Mitrovic. You make a good point. It's something the Red Stars will want to look into next time they make the attack. Ball goes out of bounds, end line. That's a goal kick for Seattle Reign FC. We're here live at the Benetton Sports Complex on this beautiful spring day. The weather finally warmed up a little bit. A little scary this morning when a few rain showers woke us up in 43-degree temperatures. But everything really nice for soccer here on a Sunday afternoon here in Lisle, Illinois. Game number 1 of the inaugural National Women's Soccer League year. Seattle making their cross-country trip without goalkeeper Hope Solo, recovering from wrist surgery, as we mentioned earlier a few times in this broadcast. I know a lot of fans came out to see her play. And talking about fans, this is a great crowd. People actually still coming into the complex to see exciting women's soccer here in Lisle, Illinois. FC in control. Kaylin Kyle with the ball on the right side of the field. Kicks it out of bounds by Michelle Winino. The Seattle Reign attack continues at midfield as Ruiz has the ball in her hands looking for someone to run into space. Good crowd in the VIP seats too, as you can see on your home monitors, home televisions, computers. The VIP section, always a crowd favorite here, a fan favorite. You can go to www.chicagoredstars.com for more ticket information. We invite you to become a season ticket holder. The season goes through August. Great way to spend a Saturday or Sunday afternoon watching exciting Chicago Red Star soccer. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast on the Red Stars TV network, brought to you by Owen Obner Media.
I like it. The refs really letting the players play out there. Really physical game so far. And for the people out there, maybe the men, the men that are 20 or older, saying, no, I'm not going to watch women's soccer, not physical enough or anything like that. You should really watch this game. This is a very physical game, great soccer, good quality of soccer. You got Olympians, you got World Cup players out there, something that maybe the MLS can't offer, but you can get here in the NWSL.
It's a lot of exciting soccer, and those of you fans from the Red Stars for the last few years, you know you're going to get your money's worth when you come out of the game. They might go down to defeat, but they are one team that isn't going to try to the very last whistle. If they're getting shut out, you wouldn't know in their mind. They're always playing aggressive soccer like they're doing right here. Ella Masser plays the ball out to number 4, Motz. Motz tries to send it in the middle. There's traffic in front of the net. Bodies flying. Unfortunately, Red Stars down as Seattle takes control. Here's Fishlock mounting the attack for Seattle FC. She plays wide left. And eventually goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Red Stars. The Red Stars would like to thank Chicago Center for Orthopedics at Weiss Hospital for all their support. www.chicagoortho.com. We thank Dr. Daniel Bass and Dr. Preston Woolen for their support all season long. Thank you to Chicago Center Orthopedics at Weiss Hospital. We'd also like to thank Athletico, the official physical therapy provider for your home team, your Chicago Red Stars. We're in the 24th minute of play, 1-0 Seattle Reign. And it's not for a lack of trying on the Red Stars' part. For the last 3 or 4 minutes, the attack has been all down at Seattle's end, but just not enough to put the ball in the back of the net for the Red Stars. Hemmings having trouble being attacked by Bogus, Liz Bogus of Seattle Reign.
Whoa,
the ball goes
another
far
body
side.
check right there.
Body check delivered by number 19, Kristen Nairn, as Rachel Kwan goes down in a heap. She'll restart the ball. The ball brought up by the Red Stars. Played back to the keeper, McLeod. McLeod back over to Hemmings. Correction, over to Winino. That's Lydia Vandenberg who sends the ball middle. Another foul, this time against Seattle, as Laura Chalupny got banged up a little bit. The re-kick goes nowhere. Ball played in the center of the field where Taryn Hemmings takes control. Taryn Hemmings over to Kwan. Kwan, far side.
There you go, a little small ball right there.
A little small ball. All you need is two-touch soccer. Masser with the ball, being hounded by a few Seattle players. She gets over the ball trying to go to Alyssa Motz with the ball, but Seattle says no, takes control, and will reset the attack as Seattle holds a 1-0 lead in the 25th minute of play. The Red Stars, folks. Since that's
oh,
goal! I saw folks go with it in the center of the ball and didn't see much after that.
That was nice. There was a little cross and a little flick, it seemed like. It's kind of hard with some of the, I want to say,
folks,
pipes in our way or whatever these are here. So I kind of saw the flick, and then the next thing I saw when I turned my head past one of the bars in my way here, I saw the ball hit the crossbar and then in.
I think they're going to credit the goal to number 17, Laura Chalupny.
It was a great goal right there. Chalupny making a great run there in the backside and a nice little flick to start everything. And when you follow where the ball goes, it's always a good thing, and crashing the net is also always a good thing, and usually that's going to end up to be a goal, which it did, 1-1.
Folks did the flip into the center, and Chalupny put it in the back of the net. I don't even know how to describe that bingo bongo goal. I had no clue what was happening there. All I saw was in the back of the net. Chalupny giving the Red Stars their first goal in this inaugural National Women's Soccer League. Ties it up at 1-1. We're in the 27th minute of play. A huge goal. 1-1 here at Benedictine University.
It's good to see that my prediction is still intact right now. 1-1. 2 more goals for the Red Stars, and I'll book it right now. You can
go to Vegas with it, right?
Vegas with it.
Well, ball played in the center.
Dangerous.
Miscommunication maybe, but it goes through everybody, offense and defense. It'll be a goal kick.
It's never good when
the
opposing team can get the inside position on you. That's the last thing you want. So maybe next time on a cross or a corner kick, you'll see the Red Stars lock down on defense and take away that inside position so they can get that ball cleared out of the box.
And I think that's all communication. The goalkeeper has to bark out orders like the quarterback back there and make sure the marking is spot on, because anything can happen. You saw the first goal, or goals for both teams so far. Maybe a little mismarking, and both teams were able to score. Look at number 17, Laura Chalupny. I scored. I can do what I want. Pushes Fishlock straight down onto the field.
Chalupny did have possession there, though. So, I mean, she has the right to defend that ball. And Fishlock kind of came out of nowhere, but can't argue with the refs.
No, Chalupny did a little curricular activity, a little extra. Well, here we come with the Red Stars. Here comes Chalupny, the goal scorer. Plays it far to Motz. Alyssa Motz gains control of the ball, being hounded by the Seattle defender. Looks like Motz is going to win the best of this one, and there's a foul on the play. They're going to call it against Seattle. This will be a free kick for the Red Stars.
Pretty much
almost like the corner.
Corner kick area. So let's see if they have a nice set play here to make it 2-1. Maybe something far back post would be nice.
Well, they've called over Lydia Vandenberg from her left back position to go cross field to take this one with her left foot. It's almost like an in-swinger. See if she goes within the couple yards of the goal line.
I would put someone with the right foot here because the wind is blowing back the other way. Try to get the goalie as far out as possible out of that net.
Well, she does go far.
She did a good job of it with the left foot, but the goalie did not bite.
No, Leslie Osborne did a head ball and went right to the goalkeeper. This punt goes all the way to the box of the Red Stars, where McLeod will take care of the ball. Delivered over to Hemmings. Chalupny plays it wide to Kwan. Hemmings lets it go under her foot. Maybe McLeod called for it. She'll go cross field back over to Vandenberg, who made the long run to get back into position. Winino with the ball, knocks it up. Seattle gains control. Fishlock tries to settle the ball near the 50-yard line, near midfield. She'll play it back to defense. Here's our chance. A misplay by Fishlock gives the ball over to Zakia Bywaters. Bywaters goes one-on-one, tries the ball in the middle. That's intercepted by Winters. Fishlock clears it out, goes far. Kwan chasing the ball down. She'll get there first. The goalkeeper, McLeod, going to call her off. She can't play the ball with the hands. It's out the 18. Gets the ball over to Hemmings. Hemmings plays Wide to Motts. Motts goes deep up to Masser. It's a foot race. Masser, along with number 2, Emily Zur. Zur will win this race, controlling the ball deep in the corner. Hits it off Masser's legs. Will be a throw-in for Seattle. We're in the 30th minute of play. Your Red Stars 1, Seattle Reign FC 1. Here at Benedictine University, we're coming to you live on Chicago Red Stars TV network, Olin Obner Media. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast at home. It's our inaugural season, our rookie try at it as well, Nick. I think you're holding the fort down pretty well. I hope you at home are enjoying the broadcast. We know we enjoy bringing it to you on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. A lot of viewing options out there. We're happy you choose us on Chicago Red Stars TV network, the home of your Red Stars.
Now it looks like Seattle's more nervous than the Red Stars. It seemed that the Red Stars were a little too nervous out there in the first couple minutes, but now that they settled in, possession going right back to the Red Stars. Right now probably 50-50 if I'd have to put a percentage on it.
But I like what you said earlier about not playing the ball in the air as much, and it seems like there's been a lot of two-touch passing as we hope we would see, and a lot of possession, and possession just like this as they play wide to Motts. Motts plays it over to number 15, Folks. Ball goes in the middle. Here comes Bywaters with an attempt. Doesn't go, but Vandenberg takes control. Vandenberg goes one-on-one. She's going to take, a
nice
fine defensive play by Ruiz.
This is where it gets tricky here because I have that bar in the way, which forced me not to see that first goal 100%.
Well, you got to credit Ruiz. Jenny Ruiz with a fine defensive play.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts right there.
Slide tackle in the box. You better hope you get the ball, and she did. Now she's going to throw the ball in on the near side, right in front of the VIPs. Those seats can be yours. Just visit us at the Chicago Red Stars website. Order up tickets for your group, maybe your soccer team. Hey, and don't be afraid. Bring the boys team out as well. They're going to see a lot of fun soccer out here all season long at Benedictine University. Nick, you made it a point earlier that it's not just an MLS city here in Chicago. It's an NWS city as well, or NWSL city.
Yep.
And the Red Stars will convince a lot of fans once they come out here once that this is action worth seeing.
Yep. I mean, this is some good soccer, like we said. And something else that you won't see too much of here is diving. You'll see that in a lot of MLS and Premier League games and things like that. A lot of guys will fall trying to look for that call. But here, no foul is cheap. Let's put it that way. You're going to get everything you got out of there for a body contact or a trip. You're laying someone out. And these girls take a beating out there.
You see Juanino just went down.
And she took a body check. I mean, that's like a lacrosse or hockey hit right there. And she's right back up.
But just a warning given over to not Jenny Ruiz, I'm sorry, correction on the warning. I think they said number 19, Kristen Nairn, just watch the physical play when it's not needed.
That's a surprising call. I probably would have gave her a yellow card there because she was nowhere near the ball. And it looked like that was a premeditated attempt to take her out.
Yeah, a little shot just to let her know that she's there. Play back. Oh. Here's a little confusion by the Red Stars. Not exactly sure where to clear the ball.
It was tough, but it was good play right there.
Jenny Ruiz with the ball, sends it over to Kaylin Kyle. Has nowhere to go, plays it back to Ruiz as the Red Stars try to push the play and defend a little bit more tightly on the midfield section, and that they do with Lauren Folks taking control, playing out to Alyssa Motts.
Whoa.
Motts meeting that number 10, Fishlock. Oh, she's a menace out there today.
I'm surprised on that call. It looked like she got the right leg and not the ball.
But Fishlock set the tone early that she was going to play like that all.
That's true. That is true.
All game long, and she's been allowed to play that way, so the referee's going to let it go. That ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Red Stars. Lydia Vandenberg in control. We'll play it over to Bywaters. Bywaters back to Vandenberg. Over to Winino. Her ball goes intercepted by Winters of Seattle. Seattle trying to make an attack here against the Red Stars. 19, Kristen Nairn with control of the ball. Wants to center it. That goes blocked. Here comes Bywaters. But again, run off the ball by Liz Bogus. Her play into number 6, Kaylin Kyle. And the referee all over that offside call as she came back from an offside position to receive that pass.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. That's an offside.
Quick
it's a free
restart.
kick. Or quick restart. Yeah, and here's a perfect example where there's no second whistle. Here comes Chalupny, the goal scorer for the Red Stars. Her ball goes nowhere, but there is a foul. She's a little upset, and a yellow card will be shown for the
look
second
out for
time.
a card here because Fishlock has been almost way too physical out there.
And Fishlock is finally getting that yellow card. But you can't do that, chant.
It's like
by
a
the
mini
youth soccer
Section
club.
8 over there.
The high school girls getting into this game. A lot of high school girls soccer teams making their way out to the stadium today. Beautiful way to end the weekend. It's a nice, maybe, 62-degree day, a little breezy. Sun hitting us right in the eyes, but that's okay.
It's fine.
After a tough winter, a tough cold winter, it's nice to feel the sun once in a while.
Yeah, better get your tickets before school's out, too. Maybe there's not there's a lot of people here, but it's going to be sold out pretty much if you think about it. This is a night before a school day. So a lot of people can't make it out because kids have to wake up early tomorrow to go to school. But once that summertime hits and no one has to go to school on that Monday, it's going to be a place to be. So you better order those tickets early if you want to be here to watch the Chicago Red Stars game.
Chalupny's shot goes straight to the keeper. Betos has control. She commands her troops to leave the zone. Watch this kick. This will go well over midfield as she has the wind to her back. The drop kick sends the ball. And we're treated to the cha-cha slide yet again here at Benedictine University. People clapping their hands and into the groove. It's a 1-1 game in the 37th minute of play. Yeah, as Nick was mentioning, tickets are always on sale for the Red Star games, and it won't be too long before the games. It'll be a tough ticket in town. You can order your tickets online, which you're viewing the game online now. Just visit our ticket site on the heading of ChicagoRedStars.com. As Folks is called for the obstruction foul.
Now that's one of the softer calls that we have seen today.
And she's not giving her 10 yards. Emily Zur is a little upset.
I'd be too, because there's a lot of tougher challenges that haven't been called today, and then that one gets called.
I think Emily was a little more upset that Folks didn't give her the whole 10 yards in kicking that ball. Hemmings having a little problem at the back, decides to give it up to her keeper. Ooh, McLeod with a dangerous centering pass, but it's taken control by number 12, Leslie Osborne, one of the captains, along with Chalupny for the Red Stars. Fans hoping maybe to see a little bit of Shannon Box get in the game today. Shannon Box just came to the Red Stars a few days ago. That onside ball played in control of the FC. But McLeod there to scoop up any attack that Seattle might have had.
Michelle Betos, I want to go to her real quick. When she punts the ball, she gets it to the opposite 30, way too far from everyone else. It seems like she's more worried about the distance she gets on her punts than trying to find one of her teammates. So if I were her, I'd kind of at least maybe start a little further away from that goal line, or just take a little off your punt because you're turning the ball over way too quick and giving the ball right back to the Red Stars.
And that's a great point. And she's never mounted attack from her back line. They're distributing the ball through a throw. It's nothing. It's been a punt, hoping that they can catch lightning in a bottle and maybe one of those wingers making a sprint. But you see the last person with Hemmings or Winino there for the Red Stars playing that.
Too much energy that the forward has to take to run down that ball. So slow it down. Maybe a challenge up in the air is something that you're looking for instead of 15, 20-yard sprint to try to win a ball over a defender that already has 5 yards on you.
Nick, while we have a second, I'd like to wish my father, your grandfather, get well wishes. We know Papa's at home watching today's telecast. Wanted to come out to today's game, but with that cold that knocked him out, he's at home watching in front of the computer. Hello, Papa. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast of Chicago Red Stars soccer. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Stars. Seattle FC with the throw-in. Jenny Ruiz taking control on the sideline, surveying the field, looking where the open girl is for Seattle. Headed out of the way by Lydia Vandenberg. That ball goes back to Taryn Hemmings. Hemmings plays far side to Rachel Kwan from Lake Forest, Illinois. Her kick goes up to Motz. Motz plays it back to Chalupny. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Chalupa from Taco Bell. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that, Lori, but she's your goal scorer, so you can't pronounce her name wrong. She tied the game up, gives it a 1-1 game. We're in the 40th minute of play. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper, Betos. Now here's a perfect example, Nick. What will she do? She can't pick it up. She's already played it. She's over the 18. She gives it a long centering pass, but that's intercepted by Leslie Osborne. Her kick goes right to Seattle, where Winters has control of the ball. Winters over to Nairn. Nairn plays it back to Bywaters.
There's a foul right there.
Ella Masser, a little too aggressive. Puts Jenny Ruiz onto the ground. And the free kick. And possession to Seattle. Ruiz over to Winters. Winters wearing the captain armband for Seattle. Sends it to the middle of the field where Motz takes control. Up to Ella Masser. Massa working one-on-one, looking outside to Bywaters. Zakia making a move into the center of the field with a nice cross. Looked like a handball to me, but they're saying it went off of Fishlock's chest, and here comes the menace from Seattle. She's been all over the field today. A great player for Seattle, taking control, sometimes a little too aggressively. She already has a yellow card to her name, one more, and she'll sit for this game and be suspended for the next game. Seattle in control with Ruiz. Ruiz playing it to the back line of the Red Stars, but Winino knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in.
Whoa, guy in the front row having a little trouble.
He might have spilled his beer, too. He's getting razzed a little bit, too, by the people in the VIP section. You pay for those seats, you got to come up big-time player.
Can't look bad in the front row.
No, you can't.
Quick update for the Masters. If someone's taking their time to watch this game instead of the Masters and still is interested in the Masters, there's a playoff.
It's been the first time in a long time.
For a first time in a long time that's happened. That doesn't mean you should go and watch that. Stay here and watch this game until halftime at least, because this is a 1-1 game and it's exciting.
And it might be more if not for the crafty defense of Seattle. Bywaters with the ball. She likes going into the middle of the field with the ball. That cross over to Motz. Oh! And Alyssa Motz delivers a hard blow into Lauren Barnes. She hits the deck. No foul called. The ball goes out of bounds. Actually, they are going to call Motz for the foul.
No, that's a good
NHL move.
Yes, but that's a good time to use the ball, a cross ball, because wide open on the right side. That's when you can do that. When someone's not open or they have good coverage, the opposing team, then that's when you don't want to do a long cross like the Red Stars were doing earlier. But now they're doing a better job with the vision and seeing the open player and going cross field to the open player.
Once again, fans, you're watching us on the Chicago Red Stars TV network. Olin Obner Media, Enrique Mendoza. The man in charge, calling the shots, is producer of Chicago Red Stars TV Soccer. Is that Winters down on the field, the captain? With the sun blaring in our eyes, it's almost hard to see, but by the process of elimination, it looks like the team captain is down. Keelan Winters being attended to by the medical staff of Seattle. The girls taking an opportunity to head to their respective benches, though the Red Stars are hanging out with each other. Now they make a move to get some Gatorade, as well as the Seattle Reign FC Soccer Club. Referee even taking time out for a little juice. So
can't do that.
You can't do that, can you? Unless you call dibs, which obviously he did.
Coming up on the 45th minute here, so let's see what the fourth official has to signal for us here.
Hey fans, the National Women's Soccer League is celebrating its inaugural season. Visit NWSLsoccer.com for all of your updated league information, team standings, and more. That's NWSLsoccer.com. Own the official NWSL jersey from your favorite team today. Visit NWSLshop.com and gear up today for the inaugural season. I know we're going to get our Red Star jerseys before too long, and I might just put Motz on my jersey. If she's going to play that aggressive all season long, I want to be known for a hard-hitting person. I want Alyssa Motz in the back of my jersey. How about you?
If I had to choose one, right now, it's tough right now. I think McLeod, just because that first goal wasn't really her fault, and she didn't get mad at her defense or anything. She was positive, so I like a goalie that's positive.
So you're
during
going for the
game.
positive play. I'm going for the aggressive play with Motts on the back of my jersey. Here comes Ella Masser on the far side, delivers a centering cross, deflected out of bounds by Jenny Ruiz. This is going to be another corner kick for the Red Stars. Got a couple of the Seattle players warming up in the south end zone. Let's see what happens here on this Red Stars corner kick. Was the fourth official indicated time yet? It's going to pop up in a second.
2 minutes.
2 minutes or one?
It looks like it's 2, but
The
wind is taking.
Well, that corner kick gets in control of Michelle Betos. She orders everyone out of the box. 2 minutes added on by the fourth official. A minimum of 2 minutes. That means we can play a little bit more. It's been an exciting half of soccer as Seattle started off with a 1-0 lead, only to be answered by the Red Stars, the captain, Lori Chalupny, with her first goal and the first Red Star goal of the season. We're at 1-1 with under 2 minutes remaining in the first half of play. An attack here for the Reign. The Reign plays it far to number 5, Liz Bogus.
Just a little too far.
It's a little bit too far. It'll be a goal kick as Aaron McLeod takes control.
Might be the last kick of the half.
It might be like the video games, wherever you take the goal kick and it's in the air, the game
And then
ends.
it's going to stop. Let's see
We'll
what
see
the
what
ref
the
decides.
we'll see what Josh Wilkins says, the man in charge, the man in the middle, the referee.
No, he wants to keep playing. And could it help the Red Stars? Here they come. Whoa.
Chalupny gets run off the ball by Winters,
That's
but that's going to be a foul. So
got to be
with
a
time
card
winding down, this is
somewhere
going to be a crucial free kick for the Red Stars if they want to take the lead before the end of the half.
I feel that there should have been a card somewhere in that challenge. There was a rough challenge at first. The ref let them play, and then there was another hard challenge once again that should have pulled out the yellow card.
Well, this should be an easy mark-off again with the football field. Seattle's not going back the necessary 10 yards. Referee Josh Wilkins in the yellow and black orders the two women back. The captain, Lori Chalupny, about to take this free kick. Watch this go into the box. Watch for a head ball here. The ball's kicked. Head ball opportunity goes a little bit wide. It'll be a goal kick for Seattle, and that might do it for the first half.
It was a good run.
The right idea. The ball played nice. It's just a little out of the reach of
that wind.
was that Alyssa Motts getting up there?
It was, but that wind took it away from her body as she was floating towards the net.
Well, there's a playoff last year. So much for
There was a play. I was going to tell you that at halftime.
But
Now
there's
it is
the
halftime.
That's the halftime whistle. At halftime, Seattle Reign FC won. Your Chicago Red Stars won. This game is brought to you live by the Chicago Red Stars TV network, Olin Obner Media, with Enrique Mendoza, our producer. We thank you for watching the first half of action. We'll be back shortly with second half action on the Chicago Red Stars 1. Let's recap the action of the first half before. Did a 3-1 victory for the Red Stars. That still comes into play.
Yes, I mean, the Red Stars will have the win now with them, which is great. Now they can shoot the ball from wherever they really want to. And we won't get this halftime or the second half started as quickly as you think. The Red Stars are not all out there yet.
Someone want to go to their locker room and knock on the door? Basketball arena, which is phenomenal for a Division III school here at Benedictine. As you mentioned earlier, you, a student over at Concordia University, have made the way over a few times to see some activities here. Nice campus here at Benedictine.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, they have that nice basketball stadium, which is beautiful. And then you look at what Concordia has to offer. They have the Hoosiers gym, pretty much, connected to a newer gym, but not as new as Benedictine's. But then there's a lot more land here at Benedictine.
But
so
still
they
a nice
will
experience.
offer a lot more because they can build a lot more newer things as well. So nothing against Concordia, but when you have more land, you can do a lot more things.
Sure, and a little bit more money helps you out as well. But
That's true.
Illinois Benedictine, a perfect place to house the Red Stars this season. We'd like to invite all of you to get your season tickets while they're available. They're available at chicagoredstars.com, the website that you're probably watching us on right now on the Chicago Red Stars TV network.
And by housing, he does not mean living in the dorms here. The Red Star players do not live in the dorms of Benedictine University. So you're not going to have a famous professional athlete as
Living
your
right next to
suite
you.
mate or living right next to you
And
or
not
on the
eating
same
it out of the
floor.
cafeteria at school
Exactly.
as well. Hey, designed for girls and taught by the pros, the Chicago Red Stars will be hosting clinics and camps this summer and fall. Please visit www.chicagoredstars.com for more information on times and locations throughout Chicago. The Red Stars would love to train your club or team, so check it out today and sign your team up. And I know a lot of you are probably watching at home or having watch parties at your specific club. Remember, we always give away a Fan of the Day prize of the game. When you come out to a Red Stars game, it's something to look forward to when you come out to Benedictine University. Today's prize is an autographed jersey that is worn by Olympian Lori Chalupny. She'll sign it and greet you right after the game, so you never know what jersey you'll win, what the prize will be for a prize of the game for our favorite fan. And you can only win that by coming out to a Red Stars game here at Benedictine University. Hey fans, isn't it time you came off injured reserve? Let Athletico Physical Therapy help you defeat those injuries and get you back in mid-season form. With over 70 locations that offer complimentary injury screenings, your choice to go with our team is a smart choice. To find out more, visit athletico.com or call 1-877-ATHLETICO. Athletico is the official provider of the physical therapy and athletic training for your Chicago Red Stars. Hey, fans, you know that that by watching this broadcast, you're watching some of the top players in the world tonight. Your continued support of the team allows these elite athletes to continue their soccer careers. Watch us every home game on www.chicagoredstars.com, Chicago Red Stars TV network, on the Olin Obner Media Broadcasting System. Enrique Mendoza, the man in charge, the man calling all the shots in today's action. While the two teams have returned to the field to play, the home team Red Stars will be going from south to north, while the Seattle Reign go the opposite way, north to south. Your Red Stars are in the light blue jerseys with white shorts, light blue socks. The Reign in the white jerseys, navy shorts, and the white socks. Our referee. So, right before I was introducing the referee, Josh Wilkins, I'm sorry about that, fans at home, there was 2 substitutions made by the Red Stars, making her season debut. Number 7, Shannon Box, is into the game, along with Jessica McDonald, number 8. Kickoff to begin the second half belongs to Seattle FC, Seattle Reign FC. There's the whistle by referee Josh Wilkins, and the second half action is underway. It's a 1-1 game kickoff.
Shannon Box now, and a lot of people came here specifically to watch Shannon play, so a lot of fans are happy that they'll see her for 45 minutes plus.
Yeah, and she only joined the Red Stars just a few short days ago, so you wonder how her physical aspect in keeping up with the play might be, but getting 45 minutes of game time in should do her well, and I know, like you said, a lot of fans out to see Shannon Box, a very talented player for the Red Stars. But you're not going to do a lot out there when Winters and Fishlock are controlling the midfield like they are. There's a long pass that goes into
the far right corner.
The far right-hand corner. Kristen Dahlstream tries to gain control of the ball. She knocks it over to Fishlock. Fishlock back in the middle. But there's a play, a Shannon Box right into the game, and he immediately goes after Fishlock. Fishlock, a little bit of her own medicine right there, I'd think.
She's all right, though. She's
going to get up. That girl's a spark plug. Well, Mack Truck can't run her over. Like to thank the Red Stars front office staff for the hospitality here today.
Oh, always nice.
Sodas and water at halftime, and a couple good cookies that you kind of stole off my plate.
Actually, you're the one that offered me
okay.
the cookies.
Hello. Hello. Ball played in. McLeod covers up on one bounce, starts out the attack. Over to Kwan.
That was a natural bounce, actually, right there. I was thinking there was going to be a different kind of bounce off that ball, but McLeod, perfect off her line.
Look at Ella Masser. Look at Ella Masser's hustle for the ball. Motts distributed that ball. No one there except Masser making a run for the ball, but Seattle trying to gain control. They can't. Here's Motts. Over to number 12, Osborne. Osborne, the Cole captain, regains control after Box gave it up. Shannon Box trying to make something happen, but Winters intercepts the ball. And here comes the attack from the Seattle Reign FC. They play far side to Dahlstream. Dahlstream trying to go one-on-one. Hemmings trying to force her outside, but Dahlstream takes the ball back into the middle.
Hemmings going to win that ball.
Hemming wins that battle. And here comes Alyssa Motts. Plays it back over to Vandenberg. Her ball up to Masser. Finds her favorite target, Motts. Motts ball over to Box. Box pass intercepted by the captain, Winters. Over to 19, Naren. Over to you-know-who. And you-know-who would be Fishlock.
Now you got some time here. Let's see if...
First time we've seen Rory Dames off the bench for the Red Stars, head coach, shouting out instruction. Wants to see the girls be a little bit more aggressive. It's almost that kind of game where you think they might trade goals back and forth, but then you also have that feeling that maybe the next goal actually wins, even though we're only in the 49th minute of play.
Play right now for the Red Stars. A nice little move.
Jessica
Chip in
McDonald.
Oh, back post, trying to get it done, but no. And that's going to be a corner kick off a deflection.
They will call a corner kick.
It's generous, but
just into
the Red
game,
Stars
Jessica
will take
McDonald.
it.
I thought there was an offsides. That's why I didn't even bother worrying that was going to be a an attack on goal, but
The lines ref had his hand down, signaling it was clean the whole way.
well, beautiful. McDonald make a great attempt. In the 49th minute, it'll be a corner kick. This is the first one of the half. Their third of the game.
This mic is a little long, so I keep hitting it. Sorry if you hear
The bada bing, bada boom.
bada bing, bada boom.
The corner kick curved out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Seattle Reign.
The wind kind of helping that ball go out of bounds as we see those flags really whipping around.
The wind picking up a little bit. The sun, as it's starting to make its way.
Look at the hustle
setting
by
in
the
west.
lines.
The linesman
Lines
looking
are up
real.
right
Did
there.
you
I
see
like that.
the
Linesman
little
doing a good
30-yard
job.
dash right there? That
And
goal kick goes out of bounds. Fishlock a little upset. Shannon Box with the ball will throw it into McDonald. McDonald plays it off her chest, and then off a Seattle player. It'll be another throw-in for the Red Stars. Number
Now-
11, Rachel Kwan with the ball.
Now Michelle Betos, you can tell, is not getting a lot on her kicks there because
Oh, yeah.
of the wind. Earlier she was showing it off, showing her leg off. Now she's going to have trouble doing that.
Lori Chalopny with the shot on goal, smothered by Betos. Betos waves off her defender, and we'll take another attempt at punting this one. Watch when it gets high. Oh, she goes with a little drop kick, line drive, still dies around the 50-yard line, midfield.
Nice little turn here. Is leaning towards the Red Stars' way through this game now. It was 50-50 earlier. Now I'd go 60-40 for the Red Stars.
The Red Stars would like to thank Athletico Physical Therapy for their support all season long. We thank you, Athletico. And we also like to thank Weiss Hospital for all their support and their chiropractic orthopedic help all season long in support of the Red Stars. Well, so far to begin the second half, the Red Stars have put on the attack. Seattle not exactly as sharp as they were at the beginning of the game, but there's the one-touch out soccer that we explained earlier that might be so effective to thwart any attack the Red Stars might have.
Got to be careful here. Smart play, giving it back all the way to McLeod.
Hemmings has been a smart last man for the Red Stars. Shannon Box with the nice orange cleats out there. If you can't tell the number, you can
rough
tell her by
call.
show.
Rough call.
What was called
Right there. That's a throw-in now. It looked like Winters had the ball saved on the line, but the linesman did not feel that was the case.
The ball played deep to Ruiz.
Another
Naren,
call that
correction,
I
it was
would
Naren on the ball.
I would kind of question because it seemed that the Reign player kind of kicked it out herself, but she did a good job of playing it off as a deflection.
Here's Chalupny. Chalupny plays the far up to Ella Master,
Ooh.
but Ella Master is going to be called for the foul.
Fans not liking that.
No, it looks like their cleats kind of got caught up, but number 2, Emily Zur, went down in a heap. Now I'm debating whether I should get Masters' name on the back of my jersey. Steamrolling just as much as Mats was out there. Either way, it's a free kick for Seattle.
Any player really would be a good deal to get.
As long as you get a Red Stars jersey, right?
Exactly.
I don't see too many Mitroviches playing out there.
Nope, not at all.
This beard and mustache are going to give it away that I can't wear a Chicago Red Stars jersey.
If you would
But
like
the
an autographed microphone, I think we could pull something out.
We
but,
could do that maybe, right? Well, the National Women's Soccer League is going to be fantastic all season long. You saw the action from the first half, and this second half is heating up as well. Remember, fans, come on out to Illinois Benedictine University. Your home for your Chicago Red Stars. Great seats available for a lot of our games. Also, VIP seating. Learn more about it at our website at chicagoredstars.com. Little miscommunication from Winino. And the keeper, McLeod. They got it figured out, and the attack goes nowhere for the Red Stars. In control is Liz Bogus. Liz Bogus sends it over to the captain Winters. She miscontrols the ball, but regains control to play it to the far side to Jenny Ruiz. Ruiz's ball gets kicked out of bounds. Be a throw-in for Seattle. Lauren Barnes over to Fishlock. Back to Barnes, who kicks it Up in the air, controlled by Box, heading the ball up to McDonald. She tries to one-touch it, goes off her leg for a Seattle.
Box with a
Rain
nice
FC.
little header there. She had a little more time, but
She could have controlled it maybe a little
she
more.
could have, but she was looking for that break, and I think there was a little misunderstanding. I couldn't see who the forward player was, but instead of letting it go past her for a nice little run, she kind of chested it and kind of slowed down the pace of play.
Well, here comes the
We just have some
Red
breaking news actually coming into the booth for, once again, the Masters folks out there. We have the first Australian to win, and I believe it's Adam Scott. So congratulations to Adam Scott.
Congratulations,
And now,
Adam Scott.
if you were watching the Masters, now you can watch this great soccer game that is 1-1, and really you're going to see a lot of great action here. So hopefully you're done with the Masters and you stay here and watch this Chicago's Red Stars game, because this is the place to be now.
Yeah, a lot of activity in this match. Match number 1 of the inaugural National Women's Soccer League season. The scoring started in the 10th minute of play when Naren knocked one in for Seattle. Chalupny got the equalizer for the Red Stars in the 25th minute of play. There's a quick shot. Oh! And look at the save by Betos.
It's a good shot.
Quick shot from the outside by the Red Stars.
And that's something I was talking about. Take the shot from the outside, you'll get a little more power because of the wind.
Sure, you might as well
So-
try it. And Betos held her line and the nice deflection over the top. This will be the 4th corner kick of the afternoon for the Red Stars. In the 56th minute of play, we'll see if they can get something going. It's 1-1 here at Benedictine University. The kick and the head ball looks like by number 12, Leslie Osborne, goes over the top. It'll be a goal kick for Seattle. It looks like we have a substitution coming into the game for the Reign. Leaving the game is number 25, Kirsten Dahlström. Dahlström's out.
It looks like a fan wants to come into the game too. Down on the right-hand side here, looked like a girl was kind of jumping around, getting ready, doing a couple laps back and forth. She's been doing that the whole game. I think she wants to be subbed in for the Red Stars here.
Lindsay Pedersen enters the game. Got to see her on the official roster here. Didn't see her earlier. Number 16. Yeah, there you go, Lindsay Patterson. She wasn't on the official roster. But Patterson is into the game, number 16. So 1 substitution on either side of the ball. Actually, 2 substitutions for the Red Stars. And fans, if you get a chance, you got to go to the NWSL website. You can get jerseys and memorabilia from your favorite team. I know we're here for the Red Stars, and here's Fishlock with the ball as the Red Stars end that threat. But what a great logo for the Seattle Reign.
I do like that logo. A lot of good logos here.
A lot of good logos. The
That's
Red
for
Stars
sure.
is probably second to none. But I like what the Seattle Reign, and we need to wear one of their jerseys around town after I wear the Red Stars jersey, of course. But the ball goes out of bounds. It's Seattle's throw-in. Fishlock with the ball, dumps it over to Winters, the captain of the Reign soccer team. She plays far side to number 3, Lauren Barnes. Barnes with the ball over to number 5, Liz Bogus. Bogus trying to play soccer into the corner. Goes out of the bounds. A fine defensive play by Hemmings. Taryn Hemmings knocks the ball out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in for FC. The ball kid having a little trouble getting the ball over. Throw-in in the corner. This will almost be like a set play as you see Seattle making some runs to open space. But here come the Red Stars. Chalupny knocking the ball forward to McDonald. McDonald making an impact right away in the second half. There's an offside call. Offside call, Ella Masser called for the offside. It'll be a free kick for Seattle. We're in the
A little
59th
too
minute of play.
aggressive. A
of a
little
1-1
too
game.
aggressive. trying to break this game open. You gotta stay disciplined though. Stay with that back line.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Osborne, co-captain of your Red Stars. Kyle with the ball over to Winters.
There's a
Winters plays wide to Naren.
little triangle soccer right there. Something that you do in practice all the time. Good to
Something
see.
Phil Jackson would like, the former coach of the Bulls, the
That's-
triangle offense.
Yeah, he
A little
would
bit.
like that.
Ball goes out of bounds. The photographer knocks it back over to Lauren Barnes. Barnes sending it over to Bogus. Bogus being hounded by a couple of Red Star defenders. The ball knocked wide to Motts. Motts being hounded off the ball by Winters.
Oh,
And there's a foul on the play.
so late whistles. A lot of late whistles.
What's our
today.
girl Alyssa Motts being too aggressive again in the
But
field
that
of
ball
play.
was already about 15 yards away from where that foul occurred.
And I
You
thought
gotta,
she had a fair challenge as well there too. So
yes. So I mean, really, you have to call that a little sooner if you're the ref, because you don't want to really stop the flow of game and start and get. You don't want to get teams mad at you. Is basically what's happening right now.
Once again, fans, you're watching the broadcast of Red Star Soccer on Chicago Red Stars TV Network on the Olin Obner Media production company. Enrique Mendoza, the man in charge, calling the shots here. In our first game of the year, live from Benedictine University, your Red Stars playing host to the Seattle Reign FC. And this is a throw-in. for
Smart
the
play
Reign.
by McDonald. Oh, now you're going to have to push back the Reign player by that flag there. But McDonald ran out of room, and instead of letting that ball go over for a goal kick, she kicked it out for a throw-in. So a better chance to get a turnover here in the defensive end for the Reign and the offensive zone for the Red Stars.
Hey fans, don't forget to follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter or visit NikeSoccer.com for all the latest news and information on Nike Soccer products.
Ooh,
Ball played in the middle where Motts gets tangled up. Actually, that's number 17, the captain, Chalupny, got tangled up. For once, it wasn't Motts involved in a tangle.
couple Red Star players starting to warm up here on the sideline. Maybe we're going to see another sub at some point for the Red Stars in the next 30 minutes here.
Alamasser's aggressive play gets a corner kick for the Red Stars. Their fifth of the day. Maybe they can capitalize on this. We've got a substitution. 5 is coming out for Seattle. That's Liz Bogus. And number 8, Teresa Noyola. Teresa Noyola coming to the game for Seattle. That's their substitution. She'll take her place in the offensive line. Here comes a corner kick for the Red Stars. An in-swinger doesn't swing that much. It stays out. Shannon Box with the head ball.
Whoa.
It's knocked around. Loose ball
What
into the
a-
box.
A lot of events going on here.
Here comes Masser. Masser tries a wicked wild
that
shot.
go
Goes
for
nowhere.
a
Goes out of bounds off the Seattle defender.
throw in.
in for the Red Stars. The crowd getting behind the effort by Chicago. In the 62nd minute of play, here comes Ella Masser.
It looked like there was a back heel that was denied. Oh,
Well, that was interesting. The throw-in went off the crossbar on a bounce.
now I don't think that is offside there off the throw-in. Even if it does hit the post, there's no offside off the throw-in unless it got deflected or something. But from our vantage point, once again, we have a screen in the way, so it's kind of hard
And
to.
by screen, you don't mean a television screen.
Yeah, not a television screen. We have a screen that's in the way, so it's kind of hard to tell when there's a deflection or not unless the ball really makes a drastic turn to the left or right. So kind of surprised on the call there by the lines ref.
Those of you turning into the Red Stars broadcast within the last couple of minutes, we'd like to tell you that Hope Solo, the goalkeeper for Seattle, did not make the trip. She's recovering from wrist surgery. And a name that means Chicago soccer for a long time, Megan Rapinoe, a star on the U.S. Olympic team, is now playing on loan to Lyon, France, the top team out there in the first division. So she is not with the team. Possibly later in the summer, they're looking for her return. Here comes Ella Masser with a throw-in, a deep throw-in, almost like a corner kick. It's into the box where McDonald is challenging for the ball. She'll get called for the foul on the elbow. It'll be a free kick for Seattle.
A lot of people wouldn't think that world-class players would be in a league like the MLS or now here in the NWSL, but especially the homegrown talent, a lot of the U.S. players want to stay close to home and expand the game of soccer to everyone here in the States, which I think is pretty cool. And seeing Hope Solo and Megan Rapinoe stay in the States, well, Rapinoe now on loan, but she'll be back in the States, puts how can you not be a fan of these two when they want to spread the game to everyone? You know, you see them all the time, and this is a great league, the NWSL, where you can actually get up close and personal with these players and talk to them almost after every game. Post-game autographs, just team outings, things like that, and everybody's invited, which is great.
Well, look from the end line. Here comes Hemmings all the way up to the final third, but Fishlock was there to make the defensive play. And here come the Seattle Reign, number 6. That's Kaylin Kyle. Drops the ball out to Noyola. Noyola's cross goes in the winners. She can't do anything with it as Hemmings clears it out. Actually, Michelle Winino did the clearing, and here comes the attack. Red Stars going to set it up. I like the play. I think it favors the Red Stars in the second half so far. They've tested Bedos a few times. She came off. She stayed on her line to make that one impressive save off the McDonald shot earlier. And talking about McDonald, here's on interception from the top of the 8.
Oh,
McDonald takes
save by
a big save by Bedos, diving to her left. It makes a huge save to keep this score tied at 1-1. As soon as we mentioned McDonald, she came up with a big steal, and what I liked, she wasn't afraid to shoot from the 18.
Well, that win, though, too, is going to give you extra power, like I've stated a couple times, so might as well take that shot.
And looked like she was going side netting for sure on that one. And
She
Bedos
wanted
came
it.
up large and in charge to keep the score at 1-1. Red Stars with control. Lemming making a little, or Hemmings rather, over Chalupny had the ball, had it intercepted by the Reign. Reign playing it up where Winino will take the ball and play it back to the keeper. McLeod plays with her feet, has girls in front of her. Played wide to Rachel Kwan, a Lake Forest native. Hemmings with the ball over to Winino. Winino gets it caught up in her foot for a second. We'll play wide. The ball kicked up and a little bit too far. We're going to the other box where she can play with her hands. That's Michelle Bedos of Seattle Reign. Resets with her defense. McDonald putting on pressure. Ball goes far side to Lauren Barnes. Barnes up to 19. Naren, the goal scorer for Seattle in the 10th minute of the game. We're tied at 1-1. Just heading into the 67th minute of play. Christine with the ball, barking out orders to have her team move to open space. She has no one to throw to.
Ref's going to blow that whistle pretty soon.
Almost like a delay of game call here.
Just had to throw that ball in. No one wanted to help.
There's Kyle with the ball. Back over to Naren. Naren plays wide to Noyola. Noyola back to Naren. Naren with the ball. And a fine defensive play by Kwan as the Red Stars let the ball go out of bounds, but there's a foul on the play. This will be a free kick for Seattle, for Chicago, I'm sorry.
Here comes Box.
Shannon Box begging for the ball. Look at McDonald using her body as a shield. Went off her foot, couldn't control that ball. It'd be a free kick or throw in for Seattle. This is match number 1 of the inaugural National Women's Soccer League. You're watching all the action live on Chicago Red Stars TV network, brought to you by the Olin Obner Media Production Company. Brought to you by Enrique Mendoza, the man calling all the shots.
Oh, nice little run here.
This is McDonald. Jessica
she
McDonald
keep
taking
it
that line,
in?
can't
No.
control it.
And
It
nice
goes
play
into
by
the
the fan
fans.
to stop it.
You like that?
That was nice.
Too bad it's not like the indoor football league where you get to keep the
Keep
ball.
the ball. Yeah.
If I got one of these balls, I might just take it and run out of the stadium. They're really nice. I got to tell you, what a crowd we have on hand, too. The weather is cooling off a little bit. No one's left. It's a 1-1 game. A nice crowd here at Benedictine University.
Be sure to buy your tickets early, though, too, folks. There's a shot. Oh, my gosh,
The
another
captain with the
great
shot.
save by Betos, though. Michelle
Jalopny.
Betos all over it.
Jalopny looking for goal number 2. And so far, Betos. Otherwise, it'd be a 3-1 game, what you were saying earlier on.
3-1, that would be perfect.
Well, Betos playing like an all-star keeper in today's game. Laura Jalopny on the corner kick, the 6th of the day for the Red Stars. You see the corner flag there, fierce win. Maybe an in-swinger wouldn't be such a bad idea, getting it 2 or 3 yards off the
Try to score off the back post would be nice.
goal line.
There it is.
Look who's in the middle of all that. Betos coming up with the ball. Michelle Betos ordering her troops out of the box. Her kicks are kind of dying at midfield, but so was McLeod's in the first half as well. But interesting, they don't elect to play the ball from the back and start their attack. They wouldn't mind getting the ball out as far as they can.
That's still a pretty powerful punt right there.
That's not bad.
Like we were saying earlier, get your tickets early and often here, because this is a day before a school night here, and we're pretty packed. Hate for you to miss out the action during the summer when kids don't have to go to school the next day, and this place is sold out, and you made a drive all the way to Lyle for nothing. So make sure you get your tickets right now after this game
Complete
for
schedule.
future games. Yeah, and complete schedule is online too. So if you have a team that you want to see, make sure you get those tickets, because they're not going to be here very much longer.
You know, it's interesting, Nick. The Red Stars will play 22 league games, 11 home, 11 away, against 7 other teams in the NWSL this year. So you have 10 opportunities after tonight to come see the best in NWSL soccer. The Chicago Red Stars right here at Benedictine University. Like Nick had mentioned, visit the website for more ticket information. And
And Seattle will be in town again, too, as well.
Yeah.
So if you want to see Hope Solo and you missed out this time, you kind of were lucky, because she's not here today. But she will be here in the future. So if you want to see your U.S. goalkeeper play against Chicago Red Stars, and, I mean, we like our goalkeepers here in the United States, but we wouldn't mind if she got the L against our Red Stars. But you could still come watch her play.
Sure.
And she probably will sign a couple autographs and things like that if you're
nice
like
to her.
that. So yeah, if you're nice to her.
And I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed. Again, not at the expense of the Red Stars, but Megan Rapinoe always gives 110% on the field, and you can tell how popular she is. That a team like Lyon, France, would make a play for her, and that Seattle would be willing to loan her out, which shows generosity on the NWSL's side to let her go. But we're here live at Benedictine University. It's a 1-1 game. The Reign has who they have. The Red Stars have who they have. So we'll keep it at that, and we'll get you back to the action here as the Reign try to make an attack. That ball's out of bounds. That's a good cell job.
Looked like she picked it up before it went out of bounds.
Kaylin Kyle,
there.
a good little cell job on the referee to give her the throw-in. And this is Kyle now. Centering ball. Off her line. There you go.
Ooh.
The aggressive play by Erin McLeod. Make sure Fishlock doesn't have any part of that ball.
With loaning out players in this league, too, in the NWSL, that brand is just going to grow, because people will see in France now Megan Rapinoe rostered as a WSL player, and now the world will get to know what WSL is. For the French people now, they know the MLS because Thierry Henry is playing for the New York Red Bulls. Now, with Rapinoe playing in Seattle, they'll know that
Sure.
WSL, or NWSL, is the league to be now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it that this is an exciting product on the field, and just by you watching at home, I'm sure it's whetting your appetite to get out here at the stadium. And if you're watching across the United States, whenever you're in the Chicagoland area, maybe making a summer vacation with the family, see the White Sox, Cubs play, don't forget to stop by Benedictine University. We're only about 30 minutes outside the city. The centering cross here, no problem for Betos. You kind of figure the way she's been playing the second half that she'd come up big.
Also, for Fire fans that aren't sure if they want to come out to a women's soccer game, let me tell you, this is more physical than an MLS game. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking this is going to be a less physical league, I'm going to stop you right there and say you're 110% wrong, because this game has been physical. There's going to be a lot of bumps and bruises after this game's all said and done. So make sure you come out here. Usually when the Red Stars are playing, the Fire aren't at home, so come out and watch the Red Stars.
That's another corner kick for the Red Stars. We're going to put the captain, Lori Chalupny, over there to kick another one into the middle. This is their 7th or 8th corner kick chance. We're in the 75th minute of play. 90-minute soccer game here, plus extra time. See what the referee thinks. But here comes Chalupny's corner. She delivers a high crossing ball. The goalkeeper,
That was the
Bedos,
time.
fists it out of bounds. It'll be another corner kick. So we're going to call, who's coming over to take this kick?
Bedos kind of
Lydia
drifting
Vandenberg.
too far off her line right there. That's no man's land. You don't want to get lost in your own box, because once you get lost, you start fumbling around and falling around, and that leaves the net wide open for a good
Look at this.
header chance.
Bicycle kick opportunity by Bots. Goes nowhere. The kick in the middle.
Oh.
Hello! Shot!
Ball going
Oh, a whole
on.
lot of action around that. It'll be another corner kick. There's bodies down all over the place. A little chaos. McDonald had the opportunity. Motts had the opportunity. In the end, no one had the opportunity, and it ends up to be another corner kick for the Red Stars. Laura Chalupny back in the corner. Fans are going nuts here at the stadium. The aluminum stands are getting bounced upon. Here comes another corner kick for your Red Stars. We'll see what happens. Chalupny, hand up, hand down. The kick into the middle. A loose ball. Shannon Box with a shot. A little upset with herself that she didn't get around on that ball a little better. It'll be a goal kick for Seattle Reign FC.
Almost too optimistic right there. I mean, it's nice to take a shot, but with the couple seconds she had, settle it down, chip it back in the middle where all the chaos is, and see what can happen, because one weird bounce and that ball's in the back of the net.
You're not going to get a lot of opportunities, but 3 corner kicks in a row, you'd think something might have happened.
Well, something did happen. It just didn't end up in the net.
That's another goal kick. It'll be taken by Seattle. You know, it's great for you guys watching at home, but if you ever want to come out here, you're always invited to meet the Chicago Red Stars team members up close and personal. At the conclusion of every home match, the Red Stars players will sign autographs and take pictures with you as well. All you have to do is come on by, get down on the field, say hi to your favorite player, and they'll sign whatever you want. Red Star merchandise is also available here at the merchandise stands or online. Bring your favorite soccer scarf or your soccer ball, and maybe have the likes of a Shannon Box or a Jessica McDonald or a Aaron McLeod sign your program or merchandise. Chicago Red Star Soccer, a great value here in Lisle, Illinois at Benedictine University. Back to the action after the corner kick. It's controlled by Kaylin Kyle. She's been all over the place along with Jessica Fishlock, doing a great job in keeping Seattle's midfield attack always on the go. Throwing for Seattle. Again, they take the longest time to throw in the ball, don't they?
No one's running. Everybody's standing still. So
And the referee had to give another whistle to hurry up the play.
next time there should be a card. Definitely a card.
Well, it's
in
slow
that
play. It does
situation.
no one. It takes the fun out of the game sometimes with the slow play.
Then again, they're probably doing it because of the momentum that the Red Stars have. Possession now, definitely 80-20 in this half, no doubt.
The "We Don't Mess
look at
Around"
this.
chant by the high school soccer team there in the south end zone. Getting the Red Stars revved up. That's Winters with the ball. She's the captain of the Reign. Knocked over and up the line, knocked out of bounds by Michelle Winino, who has a lot of family members in the crowd today. The Peel Banana chant now. Haven't heard that one since ever. Peel bananas. Well, hopefully Seattle will do their part to slip up on that banana peel and give the momentum back to the Red Stars. But that's not going to happen right now as Seattle takes control. The ball played out to Teresa Noola. Noola with the ball. Gets by Kwan. Sends the ball over to 19, Kristen Narin, the goal scorer. But that ball goes nowhere, intercepted by number 17 of the Red Stars, the captain, Laura Chalupny.
Oh,
the ball played forward to McDonald. But that is thwarted
That's
by
what the
Michelle
Turf's going to
Bedos.
do. The Turf's going to speed up the ball a little bit, and it's going to take some bounces. So you're not going to get what you want out of a long ball most of the time because the ball's just going to go too fast. On a natural grass surface, that ball would have slowed down perfectly, and that would have been in the back of the net for the Red Stars.
The linesman calls the ball out. Throw in near side for Seattle. We're in the 79th minute of play, just entering the 80th minute of play with a little over 10 minutes left to go in this inaugural